My name is Pedro Rios. I'm the director of the U.S.-Mexico Border Program for the American Friends Service Committee. For many years, we've been coming to this park to share what is a sacred act of friendship. We have witnessed how families arrive here and they see their loved ones bisected by a border fence. We have struggled to ensure that there's access to this park, that people are able to see their loved ones and to meet with dignity. We have also seen the testimony of those families who have been separated, who have been traumatized by policies that inflict so much pain upon our community. The arrival of troops to our border communities, the policies that attempt to limit how someone can claim asylum in this country, the policies that tend to obstruct those who are seeking to reunite with loved ones, the policies that separate small children from their parents. These are immoral policies. And that's why when we make the call to say, love knows no borders, it's a call to say that we bring forward members of faith communities representing a diverse mixture of faith traditions who are calling to question that immorality. They are bringing with them the entire community that they hold and are confronting that immorality by suggesting that a simple act of love should be our guiding force today and as we move forward, as we seek justice.
Coyote Marie Hunter Ripper, Cherokee traditional practitioner. I'm here to bring awareness to one sky, one earth, and one people.
What would you say are the most pressing issues facing America today?
I would say the present administration as a whole. There isn't just one particular issue that's pressing us, but what we need to do is unseat this present administration and bring in new people that care about human beings, social justice, human rights. The Indigenous people here on Turtle Island has welcomed immigrants from the very beginning, and we continue to do so. All are welcome here, and we embrace everyone with love and companionship. We're all one people, and we need to treat each other like we're brothers and sisters. Underneath, we're no different than anybody else. And I'm particularly distressed over the discrimination factors and the border being closed over brown and black people.
If you could say anything to the current administration, to President 45, what would you tell them?
Yeah, I'd say, Donald, give me a call. Let's have a chat.
We are not afraid. We will stand for liberation, 'cause we know our we were made. We will live. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know how we were made. We are not afraid.
And I am the Director of Migration for the American Friends Service Committee, and I've been one of the organizers of this action today. The American Friends Service Committee, or AFSC, is a 101-year-old Quaker organization. We're a global peace with justice organization, so we work around the world in countries all over the world on different peace and justice issues, including immigration is one of our biggest ones. And so as part of our work on migration, we have come here today to the border to say that what is happening for people who are attempting to protect their families, who are migrating from all over the world, coming here and are getting stuck at our borders because their rights to apply for asylum are not being protected, but enough is enough. And so we are here to say that it is a human right to migrate and a human right to apply for asylum. Today is International Human Rights Day. It's the 70th anniversary of that day, and so we have to hold the those human rights sacred. We're also here to end this militarization of the borders and to stop the detention and deportation of immigrants. And that's why, as people of faith and conscience, we are here to say that this is a moral call that love should know no borders. We have to stand together in this moment. And so we're here putting our bodies on the line in order to say that. I think the main thing to know is that this is an incredibly diverse movement. There are literally people of all kinds of different economic backgrounds, racial backgrounds across the world who care about this, that we are stronger in numbers, and that there are concrete things that we can do. That in this moment we have to stand together, we have to take action. We're in the middle of a week of action that started today and goes through International Migrants Day on December 18th. There are over 55 actions happening all over the country. We really encourage people to go to this website, migrantjustice.afsc.org, to find a place, an action happening near you, or to organize one. It's also, the other critical thing is that Congress is making huge decisions on the funding of our government in the coming 2 weeks. And at this moment, they're making decisions about whether to continue to fund these corrupt agencies like Customs and Border Protection and Immigration and Customs Enforcement, so ICE and CBP. And it's time to say that no more, we cannot continue to fund with billions of dollars these agencies. And so we need people to call their congressional representatives and senators and say we do not want to fund these agencies, and we also need to make sure that we're taking action in our communities this week. That our continued quest for capital and our continued greed has absolutely led to the continued militarization and economic deprivation of countries all over the world. And so, again, we have to stand together in this moment to say enough is enough. We are united to take action, that we have to be brave in calling out injustice, and that AFSC is an organization that puts our values into action, and that's what we're doing here today. We are here to take that action, and we continue to take those actions every day, and I hope in the coming days and weeks that people will do that all over this country. And so I hope people will find people in your community, organize more deeply and more radically, and really look at how we're connecting all of these issues to make change in this country.
And last question, if you could say anything to the current administration, what would you tell them?
I would tell the current administration that it's time to stop these unjust policies. It's time to get a heart. It's time to listen to the American people, that we are at a time where the American people do not want what this administration is doing. And clearly we have had enough.
My friends, you do not walk alone. We will walk with you and sing your spirit home.
My name is Reverend Deborah Lee, and I'm with the Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity. The Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity is a California-based organization that works with faith communities striving towards immigrant justice and the end of mass incarceration. So we're here today to be part of this action of many organizations that have gathered along the border to demand an end of the militarized border. We want humane borders. We envision a different kind of border where we can live with equity and with compassion with our neighbors. We're here because we want to defend the rights for people to migrate, especially people who've been forced to migrate, who had no choice but to flee their homes or to flee to be able to survive. That we want to support their right to seek protection, to seek a life with dignity, and the right to apply for asylum under domestic and international law. Laws that in fact should be expanded to be much more comprehensive and supportive of people's right to live and support their families. We're also here to ask for an end to the funding of ICE and CBP and other manners of immigration enforcement, which have actually created this situation where people have to travel in large numbers on caravans in order to be safe, because the cost of coming through a smuggler has become so exorbitantly high that they have to travel together for safety and to be able to get to their destination. We're here because we work with faith communities across California who are coming to say we are expressing welcome, that we are coming to receive, and we ask that the government alleviate the delays that are happening, the manufactured delays that are happening at the border, and process more people expediently so that they can be reunited with family who are already here, or be supported by communities that are seeking to welcome folks as they proceed with their asylum cases and due process. I think the American public needs to remember that we are on land that doesn't belong to us, that we are on land that has been taken. All of us who are here now, or some ways are beneficiaries on land that has been stolen, and one way that we can repair that deep injustice is to remember that it's not our land. I mean, for people of faith, we say this is God's land. This isn't even ours. So to claim that we own this and that we can control who can be here and who can't, and we have to remember the generosity that we have received from this land and the original peoples of this land, and to live in a way that expresses honor and dignity for that which has been lost. This is a really sacred time of the year for many faith traditions. It's the time of hope, of love, of family, and of compassion. And so we're here to remind people that these are some of the deep values that we have, particularly in this time of the year, and remember the ways in which our government is systematically destroying those values and separating families and keeping people away from a life from dignity. And so we're calling on people to recall those values at this time of year and to live them out. And this is one way to live them out, by taking a stand in support of immigrants and refugees and the right to migrate. I would like to invite Donald Trump to join a spirit and values of humanity and compassion. And we are praying for him, and we're praying for him, and would like him to see how much we need each other on this planet. And those who are coming are our brothers and sisters, and hope that he can see that too.